That's good.
It's really good.
It tastes like ramen noodle soup.
Something different, right? Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady, back again. Today I am honoring my friend Robin, who loves Burmese food but is not familiar how to make it. So she requested that I make mohinga, which is actually Burma's national dish. And they serve it all over. When I went to Burma, you could eat it on the streets every day for breakfast at small little stands in fancy restaurants all over. So the process is a little bit involved, but I'll go through all the steps. First of all, you have to use lemongrass. Lemongrass, you can see, is a big grass that grows like this I got it from my garden. It's in a huge clump. They had to trim it down because it was just getting too big. So I cut off the stems, and then, there's a thick part over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pound it so that the juices and the oils will come out. So I'll just pound the thick part. Smash it. And then you can really smell it too. Lemongrass is something that is used in almost all Southeast Asian recipes, and you can really smell it. I'm bending it back and forth so it can fit in the pot. And then I'll use the ends of the leaves to tie it. Just like this. Or you can tie it with string, but this is okay. So I put it in the pot. I have here 2 very beautiful pieces of catfish, and it saved me a lot of work in cutting off the head and degutting it and everything. So this is very clean. So again, it goes in the pot. Put the other one in the pot. The next ingredient is turmeric, powdered turmeric. And then some fish sauce, some smashed ginger and garlic. I'm going to put 4 quarts of water, but this is only 2, so I'll add more because you have to cover the fish, and this will be your delicious broth. I'm also going to grind up some vegetables for later when we saute everything. And also using the heart of the lemongrass, I peeled off the hard parts, and I'm just cutting it like this in slices, so that it's easy to grind up. I'm just going to put this in my Blendtec, or you can use a food processor or a Ninja. Putting in some ginger, garlic, and onions, along with the lemongrass. All right, it's all ground up. I'm going to save this for later when we saute the fish and everything else. The fish is done. It's been 45 minutes, but it's enough. The fish is very soft, so I'm going to remove it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cool the fish off, and then I'm going to break it up into little pieces, trying to get rid of all the bones. And then the stock, I'll just drain it and discard all the other things. Now we're ready to assemble the mohinga. So this oil, add it to the pot that's already heated. And then remember, I ground up some ginger, garlic, onions, and some lemongrass. I'm going to put the mixture of the vegetables in and then saute this for a few minutes till it's really fragrant. Already the smells are coming out. Now I'm adding in the spices. Turmeric, paprika, chili flakes, salt, and pepper. Stir it up really good, and it's kind of a pasty effect now. There's the fish. This is the broth. I let it cool and took out all the bones and discarded all the vegetables. And strained it. The rest of the broth goes in. There's quite a bit. See, with all the spices in it, it makes it a really nice reddish color. I'm gonna let this boil for about half an hour, and then we'll come back to it. I'm browning gram flour, which is actually chickpea flour, and it takes about 10 minutes on medium heat. So just keep on stirring, don't let it get black. This is what the chickpeas look like, and it's the same thing as garbanzo beans. And I could only find this at the Indian store. Now, if you can't get it, don't worry about it. Just use regular rice. Of course, you have to grind it up. So that's a substitute for this. Pouring the flour into some water. So now I've stirred up the gram flour into the water, and it's, see, kind of soupy, but you don't want it lumpy. Pour the gram flour mixture into the mohinga. Next is the banana stumps. These are banana stumps that we use in the mohinga, and it's made by cutting down a banana tree where the stump is as small as you can get. And then you cut it off at the root and cut off the tops. Peel off the skins until you come to the heart of the banana, and then you cut it in pieces and it's ready to go. And it's yellow because it has turmeric for preservative. So I've cut it into pieces about a third of an inch to half an inch, and so I soaked it so it wouldn't get brown. Now you can see that the original banana stump is kind of yellowish, and when I soaked it in water, it turned a little brown due to oxidation, but it's okay. And then sometimes there's a little stickiness to it, but it's all right too. So now I'm just going to pour it into the mohinga. The banana stumps will remain crispy as it cooks. The last item of the mohinga is some pearl onions. And if you've ever tried to peel these little pearl onions, it'll take you forever. So you have to put the onions in boiling water for 20 seconds, let it cool off a little bit, and then just pop out the skins and cut off the stems. And that's how you do it. It'll save you a lot of time. You don't have pearl onions, you can just use regular onions and dice them. Cook this for another 30 minutes and it'll be done. We have here a Japanese type squash. It is known in the stores as oppo, O-P-O. And usually these squashes come very big, but I just picked the smallest one because I don't need too much. So first of all, it's a light green. It's very easy to peel. I need to peel the skin off. There's a bunch of seeds that I need to remove. So just get the spoon, scrape out all the seeds. Cut the squash into sticks. Oh, probably about like this. Next, we make the batter. So rice flour, mochi flour, brick, and salt. Pour some water. You want the consistency of a pancake batter. So this is the consistency. Put some squash in it and dip it in the batter. Using the squash is optional. If you don't have it, it's okay. There's many condiments that we use, and we're going to show you how it's done. The mohinga is done, and of course today we have our famous taste tester Austin.
Hey guys.
And his girlfriend, who's my granddaughter, Layla.
Hi.
So they're going to be tasting it. They've never had it before, and if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me.
What's this right here?
That is that squash. It's a light green squash. I bought a small one because I didn't want to make a lot, but they get very long. And it's batter. The batter is super crispy. I think I'm going to try it for regular tempura. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you assemble this dish. It's a dish that's made with fish, and it's a noodle dish. But remember, because Layla, you're Burmese, This is a national dish of Burma.
Oh, wow.
They eat it every day. You can go to a restaurant, you can go to a street vendor. They have Mohinga every single day.
Oh,
So what I've done is I've taken like so many noodles. If you don't have this kind of noodle, you can use maybe the finest noodle like angel hair pasta. That's probably better rather than spaghetti noodles, which are a little bit too fat. Banana stumps are kind of crispy. It's an unusual texture. The fish is underneath. It's all broken up. So after you put the sauce, and these are the condiments, this is only part of it. You can use other things too. So you can squeeze a lemon or lime, put some green onion, some cilantro, and some green beans that are raw, that are cut up small. So it'll give a nice texture. And then these are like regular onions, yellow onions, that I sliced very thin, and I rinsed it out to get out some of the hotness. And then after that, I put it in water and refrigerate it so it's very crispy. And this is the squash, super crispy.
Looks good.
And then if you can taste it, if you think you need fish sauce, you can pour a little bit on. I'll put a little bit because I don't usually like a lot of salt. And some other condiments that I don't have here, they also have eggplants. They're small like grapes. So those are good to eat raw too. And sometimes they put fish cake in it. And of course chili powder, which I don't want it too hot, so I'm not adding it in. So this is the finished product. So you guys now can make it yourself and you put whatever you want. The other thing I forgot to mention is chili oil or garlic oil, where you fry the garlic and put some taste in it.
Are you supposed to add the noodles first or?
Yeah, noodles first.
Are the onions, is it pickled or no? I
No,
forgot. Oh, okay.
it's just very crispy because I
Okay.
rinsed it out and then soaked it in water
Here.
and refrigerated it.
I'll try.
You can just put a little bit.
Okay.
I lost my fork.
Just use this one.
Oh no, I think we're gonna use a spoon.
Oh, okay, okay. Wait, I'm gonna get a little sauce.
Guys, pour the lemon on it as much as you like. I like it tart. And the best part is tasting it.
Good, cause I'm hungry.
See how it is.
Ooh.
Haven't had this for a long time, and this is a special treat. Thanks, Robin, for sending this banana stump.
That's good.
It's really good.
It tastes like ramen noodle soup.
Something different, right?
I feel like mine can use maybe a little bit more lemon.
I'm gonna get fish sauce.
Sorry.
I think that's a bit too much.
Uh-oh. It's okay, we'll see.
Can I have some of the fish sauce?
Yeah, I'll go. Here.
Just don't.
Just a little.
And see, the banana
There?
stump
Yeah.
is soft and it's crunchy.
The onions were actually good. I thought it was gonna be like,
Hot.
yeah, like spicy.
That's the trick. When you rinse it and then you put new water and refrigerate it, it comes really crispy.
It's really good. The banana stump reminds me of like caldo. It has like the same thing as this.
The what?
The banana stump. Caldo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing. I kind of.
What is it?
It's like a soup for like the winter. I like it. It's really good. This is my first time having it, so.
When I was in Hawaii for 2 months, I made mohinga for the family 3 times. They love it so much. So now they can make it themselves because I'm not there. By the way, if you can't get fresh banana stumps, sorry, there's no substitute. So you just have to do without it. But everything else, you can get it here.
I need more soup, it's good.
If you like this video, don't forget to press that thumbs up button.
And don't forget to click the notification bell to get notified for new videos.
And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share to help my grandma's channel grow.
Now we're gonna finish eating, but we'll see you later in another video. Aloha.
Bye.
Bye.